Hey, this is Rick Ireton with Chakra Key, and I'm pleased to introduce you to two symbols that help us understand our chakra system. And basically, our chakra system has to do with our energy body. It's this quantum field that surrounds our body that we don't see. It's part of the magic of life. And the chakra system is super important for us because as a computer box is important to the computer, really it's the software that's so important about a computer. And it's kind of the same with us. Like, we have this beautiful body, but it's our body of consciousness, what we understand, that's so important to us. And we've never really had much of an understanding about our energetic design in any form, really, other than we've had awareness that we have this chakra system. And that's shown over here by the person sitting, represents basically the chakra system. And within that, we have some good information that the masters were able to see into their body during meditation and witness these spinning orbs of energy within their system. What the chakra key brings us is new information about these interconnections. And this information is super important to us because it kind of gives us a picture of our inner architecture. And within this architecture, we can see that in essence, we're all made to love. And that's super important. But it also helps us understand why we do what we do and the problem of not knowing what's going on. Because in essence, we're two. We're both a human animal and we're a spiritual being. And there's a bit of a competition for experiencing the two. Like, our physical body likes physical stuff. It likes food, water, all those things we really need. It also likes sex, pleasure in its many forms, sugar, and food, stuff. But it also likes power and this aspect of like hitting home runs and that sort of thing. So we're this dynamic physical being controlled by this beautiful heavenly spirit self. And we don't really come into our own until spirit understands the body. Till we figure out, okay, I know you want that sugar, but you are not, or you can have just a little bit of it. There's a little war we have going within us all the time about what we do in life. And ultimately, this is the issue for us. What do we do in life? How do we navigate? Do I just sit around and watch television? Or do I just drive my car as fast as I can to get that power? Or do I do something that's more productive and healthy and be a higher expression of myself? Maybe it involves painting or music or doing something that's helping somebody. So this is super important information that it's great for us to understand ourselves so we can choose to consciously create our best life. And then collectively, so we can understand ourselves, so we know, well, I know what's going on with everybody. I know what's happening and how to deal with it and how to find balance. And this is the issue we face. And the beauty of this information, it shows our Creator's way of balancing dual energies. Because in essence, we're a dual energy. We have this physical body, physical request, physical drives, and we're a spirit self with higher aspirations. And our Creator made us to find balance. And I'll show you how that happens through these symbols in back of me. So first off, we've got we have basic chakras, and then about 4,000 or 5,000 years ago, our Jewish friends came up with this menorah, and 7 branches on the menorah, 7 chakras. Turn the menorah sideways, and basically the branches map the interrelationships of the chakras. And because this is energy, when we think in terms of energy, things are yin and yang energy, because all energy is all spinning. And basically within us, we're a bundle of spinning energy that morphs into one beautiful aura. And so as we're made, which shows up here, is that the upper branches govern the lower branches. So our crown chakra, connection with the divine, governs our lower chakras, which is our basic survival. So it's kind of like your cell phone. We're always plugged into to universal consciousness. Every aspect about us, There are no secrets. And one of the greatest things, the greatest aha moments we can ever have is to come to grips that there are no secrets. We're an open book and never try to hide anything. And it's important that we be honest with our friends and with ourselves about everything in life. Next branch, the brow chakra, which has to do with this, our unique ability to see within, to see without. Our command center, it's our big picture thinking. It's where our center of intuition, and how our Creator made the center of intuition so it's hardwired into our sacral chakra. So that's our center of creativity, is in this sacral chakra. And so basically we have this high conscious energy coming in at a very high frequency, dropping into our physical structure, into more of a gross energy that we can feel. And so that's when you're thinking about your intuition, we can think into your gut and say, well, is this okay? Yes or no? And we can, and the art for us is to tap into that so that we make better decisions. The next important branch is the throat, which has to do with more of our logical thinking mind. We want to speak the truth. We want to connect with one another in truth. And with this, we have our conscience. And also within this area, we find the universal laws of nature, which are so important. And both the conscience and the universal laws of nature are something that we're not really taught a lot about. It's almost like a new idea. And it should be the very fundamentals of our education, that we would understand ourselves, understand what's okay and what's not okay. And I wrote the book Chakra Key based on this. And one part of the book, I wrote out the virtuous aspects of love. And basically, I think the virtues of love covers what we would consider to be our conscience. Because ultimately, we want to be this expression of love. And so when we look at the virtuous aspects of love, that's how we behave in life. So we've got our upper chakras governing the lower chakras. And then, of course, the lower chakras support our upper chakras. When we're walking in our truth, we have power. Like our real power is not in our arms, but it's in our ability to communicate and to speak the truth and to be a loving expression, to sing, to do all this higher aspect of who we are. And then our sacral chakra has to do with, being with our beloved. It's the idea that we're all honorable human spiritual beings, and so that we treat one another in an honorable way. We're with one another intimately when we're truly in love with one another. That's when we experience true satisfaction with our mate, and that's what we're looking for. We're not with anybody unless we're able to be with them in a holistic way that brings us an in-depth satisfaction. And then our root chakra, really our greatest survival is when we're in full alignment with the universal laws of nature, with Mother Nature. And that's really our goal, individually and collectively, that we would live in alignment with love as shown in the chakra system. That is our collective goal. And when we do that, now we're creating a world that's basically heaven. And that's the goal. So I haven't talked about this symbol yet, this beautiful chakra. I call it chakra synergy because it's kind of a synergy of energy. And it's shown here. It came out in 2009. And it's shown as a piece of art here and here. And it's a bigger picture here. And this symbol gives us another picture of our energy body and how everything's moving as spinning energy, right? And it shows that the lower chakras are spinning around the sacral. Upper chakras are spinning around the brow chakra, and how this is all brought into one through the heart chakra. And if you've ever seen a toroidal field, but in essence we have an auric field around us, and basically we're this walking expression of our current level of consciousness with everything coming out of the heart chakra. And if you look a little closer, you can see that there's an interconnection between this lower heart and the lower chakras, upper heart and the upper chakras. And that's where our Creator made us, with a system where we have yin and yang energies, yin energies in the upper chakras, yang energies in the lower chakras, and how this is brought together in our heart chakra complex. And that within our lower drives, say that we want some ice cream. The lower drive might say, I want a whole gallon of ice cream, and it sends it up the chain. And it hits the brow or our throat chakra, and we do the math on it. And said, well, you're lactose intolerant, you're not doing it, you can have a scoop or a cup or something. But there's a resolve to that. And so what happens is the crust comes in, and this is kind of like our energetic crucible, where the decisions are made for our life. And so basically, based upon our level of intensity, of strong yes or weak yes, we come to a conclusion, and then the center heart basically is our speaker. And so you have yin energy really controlling the yang expression. So in essence, we're a walking expression of our current level of consciousness. And this is part of the beauty of who we are. In essence, we're avatars, and we're able to weigh the issues of life and to bring it into our filter, into our system, and then be this expression. And when we have an understanding of what's happening within our world, we naturally gravitate towards making high conscious decisions. And so this goes to show the importance of having an understanding of our programming, of who we are, and to acknowledge how beautiful we are, so that we might be this grander expression of ourselves. And just 1 minute more about this that's so important is to recognize that within our structure, or within who we are, we're born into bodies in a certain energies within our astral fields that we know as astrologies. And then that hits our body, and then we manage that energy. And so in this way, we are all unique snowflakes. You know, and this is the beauty of who we are. We're like a garden of many flowers. And ultimately, as community, we want to acknowledge that we're this garden of many flowers. And we want to support the flowers in their growth in a healthful way, that we might all be this beautiful expression of who we are. And that is our goal, really. So with that, Chakra Key Academy, there's a lot more to learn to this, actually, as far as understanding ourselves. Put together some courses so that you can kind of take them one at a time to figure this out. But within this is high conscious understanding of who we are, how to drive our vehicle, how to be a higher aspiration of who we are, more loving expression. Thank you. God bless you. Hope to see more of you. We'll see you.